Hi everybody, hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to more esports talk, and a story today that I really can't believe. It actually broke this past weekend. That around what we voted, or many people did, as one of the top esports players of the past decade. That being Faker, guys. He shows his true loyalty to Korea and continues to actually make his first moves here in esports and gaming in terms of the first time we've ever seen something like this. I'm sure many of you guys have heard the rumors and now confirmed on a Korean talk show as well. I will link the clip down below for you guys. It's what he's been offered to apparently leave Korea, which he's actually turned down, which just blows my mind. Now, we've seen some pretty crazy contracts this year, this past year, and will continue to do so for the future, but Faker apparently turned down a stunning contract, not only from China and Tencent, but also from North America. And here that is, guys. He turned down $10 million from China to join the LPL and a blank check from North America.
페이커 그래서 이제 중국에서 말이죠 100억대 연봉을 제안했고 북미 백지수표를 제안을 했습니다.
제가 뭐 실제로 그 계약서를 본 적은 없지만 저도 그럴 거라고 생각해요.
맞아요, 이렇게요.
왜냐면
지금 자부심도 있고.
역시 진짜 신세대.
아니 근데 연예인 중에서 이건 진짜야.
신세대라고.
And all of this, by the way, in this same talk show was broken that apparently this guy spends right around $170 a month on all of his necessities, which is pretty incredible if true, an obvious millionaire as well. That's a single car payment for me. $170 a month is what he spends on all the things he needs. So obviously he's not necessarily in need of money, but either way, to actually turn down these stunning offers, which we have never before seen, at least to my knowledge, a $10 million esports contract turned down and a blank check. For anyone curious, by the way, that means he could supposedly name his number to come to North America. It is shocking. Also, what people really aren't talking about is the fact we now have, I guess you could say, a parent company, an owning company of Riot Games, that being Tencent, who owns Riot, offering an individual player to come for their league. That's the China league known as the LPL, which is insane to think about. That's like some sort of comparison saying Valve offers Simple or ZywOo to come play in this said league. That is incredible. We do not see this in esports and gaming, guys. Tencent is now trying to pay a player to come to their Chinese league because he's that notable and he's that brand friendly, which is crazy. He turns down $10 million from a giant titan of Tencent, but also turns down a blank check, which we suppose is probably from, you guys of course can leave your guesses down below. I'm going to say either Evil Geniuses or a team like Liquid, who's known to spend a fair amount of money on their players. Either way, a blank check is pretty insane for any organization to actually have the faith in Faker being worth it, especially when it comes time for speaking English in comms and actually be able to compete in North America. Yes, you might win some North American things. I don't know. The debate's still open as to whether or not that would influence any big changes when it comes to international events. I would say Evil Geniuses or Team Liquid had the money to actually do so, or at least the intent to want to offer a blank check, which is a ridiculous thing to offer in the first place. I would say not really Cloud9's kind of thing, given especially limited spending with their previous, their just announced CSGO roster. Alongside that, they paid just almost $1 million in fines about a month and a half ago. I don't think they have the funds or the intent to actually spend that much money on a guy like Faker, but either way, this is insane, guys. We are now talking about $10 million contracts, which likely we won't talk about again for quite some time. I mean, the nearest thing we came to was a 2.3 with Huni, and even then, that was ridiculous. Yes, contracts are growing, but not to this amount. This is incredible. One of the highest offerings, if not the single highest offering we will see for quite some time. That being Faker, who, by the way, just shows his true loyalty to the Korean country and the region, and that's just generally going to only impress more people, as if there's anything more to be impressed by. Crazy, crazy news here brought to us by many sources out there, guys, confirmed by a Korean talk show. Faker turning down unlimited amounts of money to stay in Korea. Madman.